Hi guys, how are you all doing? I hope you're fine. My name is Sophie. For those who are new here, welcome, and please subscribe and join this family, and don't forget to like this video. And for my returning subscribers, karibuni sana. I really love you all. It's so good to have you back. So today's video is a Q&A. Remember in my previous video, last week's video, I asked you guys to let me know what you'd like to see on my next video, and one of my friends actually texted me and saying they'd like to know me more, and so I gave her a task. I told her, go write for me some questions that you'd like me to answer, and so that's what we're going to do today. I have the questions with me right here on this phone, so when you see me looking down, that's what I'm looking at. And so without much blabbering, let's go right into the video. So the first question is, what is an experience that significantly shaped who you are today? All right, so there's this thing that happened immediately after I finished class 8. So this is what happened. When I finished class 8, I passed my exams. I had good grades. I had nilikuwa max poa, and I was to be admitted in a good provincial school back then. But school fees, money was a problem. So my parents sat me down and they were like, you have two options. It's either for this year you go back to class 8 and redo the exam, not because you have failed, but because we want to have more time to prepare for your high school. Because I had a sister who was in, well, just two sisters, and just finished Form 4 by then, and there was the preparation to take them to college and all of that. And so I was told, for you, because I was very young, I finished class 8 at 13, so I was told, you're even young, so you can go back 1 year, redo the exam, and then after that we can take you to the school that you need to be admitted to. Or the second option, you can go to a day school, do the Form 1 and Form 2 classes in that day school, and then by the time you're going to Form 3, we will take you now to the school that you're supposed to go. And so I thought through everything, and I was like, I don't think there's need for me to go back to class 8, because it's not like I had failed, and there was that excitement already for joining high school. I was really looking forward to it. And so I told my parents, I think we can go with the second option, just take me to a day school, and then just please remember to keep your promise. Remember to take me to a boarding school as you have promised, because all of my siblings went to a boarding school, so I was the first one to start in a day school. So I was really looking forward to the day that I will be transferred from the day school to the boarding school. And so this is what happened. So we went, I was admitted to a day school that is somewhere around our home area. It's quite far from our home, so I used to walk a lot in the morning and evenings, a distance of more than an hour. So I went to this day school. I started schooling there. There were so many other students like me, because I remember that time in our area, the season between August and December, we normally experience long rains. It's called the short rains, but in our area, that's when we experience enough rains to grow crops. And that particular time, the rains were so kidogo that our parents are not able to harvest enough, and whatever they harvested, now, considering they are just farmers, that has to cater for food, and it has to cater for the other needs, including school fees and all of that. And so it's not only my parents who had faced such a challenge, and so we were so many of us who were like me. So when we joined Form 1, kulikuwa na wengi ambao walikuwa wamepata over 300 marks, over 350 marks in the same class with me. And so we started learning, and the competition kept me going, actually, because I had competition, and so I was feeling like they're just challenging me to do better, to perform better every single day. And so that experience and the kind of working I was doing every day, every morning and evening, also challenged me, because I was telling myself, there's no way I will walk this whole distance. Even when it rains, you're still working. There's no way I will walk this distance and still fail. considering also I'm seeing how my parents are really doing the most they can so that they can cater for my school fees, everything. Yeah, so I told myself there's no way I'm going to allow myself to fail in life seeing all of this happening. It is my time to take this as a chance to motivate myself to even do better and to even become better. And so long story short, I went to that day school. I did Form 1, I did Form 2. By then my sister had joined uni, and the promise that I was given by my parents for being transferred to a boarding school at Form 3 never ever came to fruition. And so that meant that I had to go all the way through Form 4 in the same day school. So I did my Form 4, I passed, and I went to uni, and here I am today. I'm so grateful, because if it were not for that challenge, I want to believe that if I went to a boarding school, probably I would have relaxed along the way, and things would not have turned out the way they are today. But going to that day school really pushed me, really motivated me. So it is something that significantly shaped who I am today and how I view life, because I told myself it doesn't matter the kind of a school I have gone to. What matters is what I want to be in life and what I know I have in me. So I'm going to work that out and utilize the resources and the facilities available and better myself. And so yeah, that's quite a long story, I'm sorry, but yeah, it's an experience that shaped who I am today significantly. Yeah. Question number 2 is, who has been the most influential person in your life? Well, let me tell you, I have so many people who have been so influential in my life, but I want to give my mom flowers because she has gone above and beyond. My parents have gone above and beyond to ensure that we have all gone to school, we have gotten education to the tertiary level, and the reason I sent my mom is because she's this tough woman. She doesn't joke around with education. So if you come back with grades that are not pleasing, be ready for a lecture, a good one. And for that matter, the lecture is not going to last only that single moment. It is going to continue until the next time you bring another result slip with better grades. And so looking back, I really love that she used to do that, because I'm telling you for sure, if there wasn't any kind of a push like that, I think at some point we would have relaxed and just seeing as if we are just enjoying our rights and not seeing the privilege that we have in having a mom who's such tough. And so yeah, she's the most influential person in my life because she has influenced how I view life. She has influenced how I take matters seriously in life, especially when it comes to education and even becoming better as a person, discipline, everything. And I can tell you for sure, she's this woman who you look up to for everything. When it comes to discipline, she's A1. When it comes to her interest in education, the best. When it comes to loving God, the biggest tick. So this woman is so influential. I really love her, my mom. Thank you so much for being so influential in my life. Question number 3 is, how do I navigate through difficult situations or conflicts? So there's no specific way to answer this question, but when it comes to navigating difficult situations and conflicts, I like to always give the burden to God all the time. I just go in prayer and tell God, this is what is happening. This is the kind of a situation I am in right now. And if I'm going to carry this by my own, and try to sort it through my own knowledge and my own wisdom, I might perish in the process. So just take over, take the burden, take the control, take the lead, just like that. And most of the time it's usually so swift. Even if the situation is so difficult, there's this peace you feel and assurance that there's someone who is walking the journey with you, and that makes it easy to navigate through difficult situations and conflict. But I know there's sometimes when you get into a difficult situation and you don't even have time to pray. Like if it's something that happens instantly, So what I like to do in such a situation is, if there is room to walk away and just like think through the matter first before responding or before reacting to it, that's what I like doing. So question number 4 is, what fear have you overcome or are you working to overcome? So I'll give you a short story. So recently I was involved in a motorbike accident. So the way it happened is, in the morning we prepared ourselves, myself and my son. So I was going to drop him to school as I go to work, and we took our motorbike, our kawaida motorbike. We have a rider who usually drops us in the morning and picks us in the evening. So we call him, we are ready, he comes, and then we start off the journey. So we get to the highway and we are just on our lane. This guy, but they is so careful on the road. So, and I'm this person who is like, if I see a rider is maybe like overspeeding or doing something that is not right, I normally tell them, I'm not in a hurry, please slow down. Yeah, I'm not in a hurry, slow down. We better arrive safe than just not arrive. So we are just on our lane. And then those who have been to Mombasa or live in Mombasa, you know how matatus sometimes are usually driven so carelessly and at a high speed. So we are on our lane, and on the other side a matatu is coming, and then a lorry start overtaking the matatu. So instead of the matatu guy noticing that on our lane there's a motorbike that is, there's a motorbike, and slow down to allow the lorry to overtake, this guy decides to overspeed. He decides to go at a higher speed so that the lorry does not overtake him. And this other guy now in the lorry, hata yeye akamua tukazane, let's go, let's keep racing, and he doesn't even slow down to allow us to pass. So tukafika mahali sasa we are almost colliding hand on. So the rider decides to swerve. Is it to swerve or swerve? So the rider decides to swerve on the other side of the road, like huku nje kabisa where the pedestrian lane is, and so that we can run away from the oncoming lorry. So we hit a guy who was riding a bicycle on that side of the road and end up falling. So we fell. I got hurt on my knee and my toes, and the guy's motorbike gets crashed so bad. All the side mirrors are gone, the front bumper and all of that. But then my son never even got a dust. Kabisa. He was in white shoes and socks. He was in his school uniform. Nothing. He didn't even get dust. I mean, I saw a miracle that day. So yeah, long story short, after that day, I have had this fear that when I am in a vehicle or even a motorbike and I see a lorry coming our direction, or even from the other direction, and it is very very near to us, I normally feel this fear. It's like I feel ni kama itatugonga. I don't know why. Sometimes I even end up crossing my eyes so that I don't see the lorry passing. I don't know. I'm really trying hard to overcome that fear. I don't know if you have any experience on how you can overcome that. Please share in the comment section below. But it's something that I have. I don't know. Nikiona tu lori inakuja ninasikia kama naona kama inakuja kutugonga. Yeah. The 5th question is what insecurities, if any, are you willing to share? Do I really have any insecurities at the moment? No. At this point, I don't think I have any insecurity. There's a point in life where I had this insecurity of a big tummy. I was still dealing with baby fat after getting my son. So that really used to put me down, like to lower my self-esteem and all of that. It was kind of an insecurity, but it's not anymore an insecurity to me. It doesn't even make me feel anyhow. I am confident in my body, I am confident in my skin, and yeah, I'm good. Question number 6, tell me a cherished achievement and what did it mean to you? I have 2. One is graduating and the other one is becoming a mom. So when I graduated, I was really happy to have achieved my degree, to have completed my university education, and I was really looking forward to, now starting to work and become an adult who is independent and stop, asking things from my parents and all of that. So that is something I really cherished, that achievement, because I knew it was going to enable me navigate the marketplace and look for jobs and all of that. I really cherished getting my degree. And then another one is becoming a mom. I really looked forward to holding the baby in my hands when I was pregnant, throughout my pregnancy journey, I was always thinking about how the baby is gonna come out looking like. Am I going to really raise this baby? You know, like, am I going to be the best mom and all of that? So when I held him in my hands, I was happy. I was happy to see him. I was happy to see this boy who was kicking my womb for the how many months do they start? I think they start kicking in the womb at around month 4. So for around 5 months, the baby was just kicking in my womb. So I really looked forward to that. And when I held the baby, I just looked at him and I was like, oh, ndo umekuwa ukinikanyanga huko ndani. So I was, yeah, I really cherished that moment. So question number 7 is, how do you handle criticism, and do you use it for personal growth? Yeah, every criticism I get, I like to view it as constructive criticism rather than just allow it to bring me down in whatever manner. So yeah, I take it, or I use it for my personal growth. I use it to my advantage. So I just look at it and see what areas were criticized in my life, or in my work, or whatever aspect it is, and I think of how I can use that to my own advantage, how I can use it to improve on my skills, how I can use it to improve on whatever it is, you know. Yeah, so I take every criticism as constructive criticism. I don't allow criticism to bring me down in any way. Question number 8, what is your definition of a fulfilling life? So a fulfilling life to me means a life lived for Christ. So I just like to live a life that I am happy about, and I know that it is not going against my godly values. And the last question, which happens to be question number 9, is there a particular philosophy or mantra that guides your life decisions? When it comes to my life decisions, I like to base it upon 3 things. Number 1 is my faith. Number 2 is my family. That is now my most immediate family, which is the family that is coming from me. And number 3 is my own personal dreams and goals and purpose in life. So whenever I'm making any decision, I analyze it basing on those 3 mantras, or those 3 bases. The question also asks, is there a particular philosophy or mantra that guides my life decisions? It's not a philosophy nor a mantra. It's a Bible verse from Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ which strengtheneth me. And so yeah, as long as I know that I have the backing of Christ, everything is sorted. And so yeah guys, so that is everything for today's video. If there's anything you would like me to also address in my next video, if there are other questions that you have and you'd like to me to answer them, please leave them in the comment section below. Also, I'd like to know your thoughts on this video. Please leave them in the comment section below. Let's chat, let's interact in the comment section. If you've come to this far end, thank you so much for watching my video. Please leave a like and a comment, and share this video with your friends, with your family members, with whoever. All right, yes, I love you so much, and see you in my next video.